Okay guys, welcome back. We're over with Chris at Honma. Nice to see you, Chris. Thanks for having us.
Good to see you guys, yeah.
So, hey Chris, so tell us a little bit about TR20. Big launch today. Everyone's really excited to hear about it.
We are. We're very excited about TR20. There's two models, 440, 460.
Yep.
And it's a really unique construction. We call it a Ti-Carbon fast frame. It's a minimal titanium frame, carbon crown and sole. So we've really been able to take a lot of weight out and put it where we want it. So it's a very weight efficient driver.
Yep.
And when you're weight efficient, you can be speed efficient.
Right. So you can kind of manipulate, get the weight where you need it, get the speed, get the stability, get the kind of weight back a little bit more. So obviously the kind of three different weight settings.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, that replacing all that titanium in this case with the carbon really gave us flexibility to put the weight exactly where we want it. And we've got a heavy weight and two lighter ones.
Yep.
And so depending on where you place the heavy weight, you can go from high MOI to low spin to a little bit of draw bias.
Love that, love that. So with Matt today, we're going to do the XP1 today. So we're going to have Rick do the TR.
Great.
We don't have the left-handed one here, but we are going to do XP1. Let's talk about that and how things have been since you guys launched XP1.
Yeah, XP1 is designed a little bit more for the game improvement golfer.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit more built-in draw bias,
Right,
so the
okay.
internal weighting. You can still adjust it to whatever flight you need, but we felt that golfer, you know, they want to get the club square, get the ball up in the air, so that's how we've weighted that driver.
Gotcha.
The technology is really what we call a double slot,
Yeah.
and you can see that it's hinged in the middle.
100%.
So the slot really helps the face flex,
Yeah.
and it flexes around that hinge point, so you actually get a little bit of gear effect too.
Yeah.
So I like to say that's one piece of technology that gives you both fast and straight.
Yeah.
So it's a really great piece of technology for a game improvement golfer.
I mean, you can really see how much contribution you're going to get from that face, low in the head, lots of flex, you know, really kind of stop that kind of spinny one that loses a lot of distance for the golfer.
Yeah, anytime you can flex the face like that with a slot, you're typically going to launch it higher and with a little less spin, which is good.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, well, we've got a 70X shaft here with Matt, but that's not the shaft that comes in this one. That comes in a little bit of a lighter profile for the kind of stock product.
Yeah, it's a really great shaft story. So you have 43 and 60 gram options, 63 gram options in the driver. And what we've really done is designed a shaft that's really got a lot of flex in the middle of the shaft. You can really feel it.
Yeah.
So when you got a head on the end and you waggle it, you can really feel the flex in the middle. So it's plenty stiff in the tip and the butt.
Yeah.
That pushes the flex towards the middle. And so for a game improvement golfer, someone that's a little slower, we found they really like to feel the flex in the shaft.
Yep.
If it's too stiff or it's too boardy, they lose their timing.
That's exactly
and they
it.
lose distance.
Yep.
So for this golfer, having a little bit lighter weight, having a little more flex in the middle really helps out.
Nice to hear you tell that story, because I think so many people are still a little bit stuck on shaft for launch and spin and not really understanding the contribution from a timing perspective, the energy production, as you say, from the middle, really feeling that shaft load and unload, you know, really producing lots of energy. So that's good to hear. But we've got the right shaft for Matt. You know, the 43 wouldn't work for Matt and wouldn't do the driver justice, so we've got a good match for you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hit
Good
a couple.
Let's hit
get
a
some
few and see
numbers.
what we got. Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Good. Good.
170 ball. There we go. 11
point.
launch, 22.59. So
Good numbers.
Good, really good numbers. And you were saying, Chris, a bit more draw bias. This one, a little internal weighting in the feel of the driver.
Yep.
Okay. Where are we at from a lie angle perspective? Is that a little bit more upright, just to help that golfer turn it a little bit?
This is the standard setting is actually flat on this driver.
Okay.
So in general, you know, you can adjust it upright, two clicks,
Okay.
which helps turn the ball over.
Got it.
So for the game improvement golfer, that's generally a good thing.
Yeah.
In this setting, it looks nice though. Like it looks nice and flat
really
to my
good.
eye.
There we go.
That's perfect.
Good
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, it makes
What's
a
that
nice,
other shaft,
nice
Chris?
adjustment.
This
What
is
is
tip stiff.
Okay.
So we can try this
Yeah, let's
as well.
pop that. Let's pop that in there. And let's
think
see
it's
how it
enough?
is. Yeah, just kind of spray it on you a little bit. It might be a little soft. Beautiful.
Now we're talking.
It's a really nice flight. Oh yeah, you're right.
Right, so little spike in speed. So We're just saying, Matt, when he gets into shafts are a little bit soft at the bottom, he loses quite a lot of energy out of that. So his ball speed spiked there, 172. Spin came back down to 2200. Really nice.
Yeah, that's the different profile on the shaft that helped there.
So this one's stiffer in the tip section?
Stiffer in the tip.
Yeah. Still 70x, Chris?
Still 70x, yeah. Same weight, just a little different profile.
Yeah, I really like that.
Good there.
That's nice.
Feel, sound, happy with all of it?
Extremely good. Yeah. For something that's supposed to be game improvement, the profile is really nice. Like very kind of classic looking.
Just so much more solid, stable in flight.
This has really turned out to be a
nice
nice match.
Although that started a little bit left, that's still got absolute perfect flight on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of testing with XP1. Really impressed with that. I mean, I know it's designated towards a slightly kind of higher handicapper, perhaps. Maybe the player looking to try and get a little bit more kind of draw shape on it, but with the right kind of manipulation and a fitting, you can get the right shaft, get the settings where you need it, and can
100%.
really neutralize it out as well.
Yeah, like I said, it's pre-weighted to help the game improvement golfer, but you can still adjust it.
Absolutely.
So we went through a couple hosel settings, we changed the shaft out, and that really seemed to work.
It definitely was a nice fit with this, a little bit stiffer in the
a little different profile, stiffer at the bottom. You were able to get your flight the way you wanted.
And that last one was like 11 launch, 2100 spin. Like you can really get this dialed in for someone that is faster, and I'm sure you could turn the loft up and get someone that needs a little bit more kind of lift on it as well.
Yeah, and that's a 9.5 loft, so we also have 10.5 and 12. So obviously for a little lower swing speed, you can get the ball up in the air.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Let's see if we can grab a TR driver. And okay, so we've got the TR20 440 head. So a little bit of a smaller, kind of classic profile.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So yeah, there's, like I said, there's two models, 440, 460.
This is cool.
That's really cool.
This is the carbon construction that I was telling you about. So it's carbon body, both crown and sole, and really a minimal titanium frame. So really a strong frame and light body, and you can feel how light those components are. Really allows us to save a lot of weight. So that allows us to have the 3-weight system with the hosel adjustability. For our first entry into North America, we didn't feel like we wanted to have 3 different driver models. So we have 2 shapes that, through the weight adjustability and the hosel adjustability, really can be made to fit anybody. And you pick the profile off your visual preference.
So this is going to be very much based, this is the stronger player going into the 440, the guy who's looking to hit it a little bit flatter, especially if we get that 12 gram weight up at the front. That's going to be a real spin killer, I would imagine, Chris.
It is, and a lot of people think, smaller headed drivers generally spin more, but in this case, both of these drivers are fairly low spin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're a better player and you like a little smaller profile, you can go this way. We made this driver for Justin Rose, this profile, but he actually ended up going into the bigger head, the 460.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, and that's the beauty. Obviously, you've got a year under your belt with Justin now, some input from him. You've, I'm sure, been working with him with some prototype designs, getting his feedback, and I'm sure that's a result of a lot of that work.
Yeah, he really asked us for a little bit more stability. So that argues towards the bigger head. It's a little deeper front to back. We can get the weight further back. So that really gave Justin that flight stability he was looking for.
Well, we're going to get a chance to
let's get Rick to come in.
We've got Rick Kennedy with us, our great friend, who's going to hit a few shots. So with this one, we don't have it in lefty yet, but we'll get some numbers with Rick. That'd be awesome to see the flight.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good too.
Straight out of the gates.
Just hammers one.
Very good, yeah. Right in through the gust.
So that's exactly the same numbers 3 times in a row there, 14, 2500, so very stable in the launch conditions, which is exactly what you want. Love that. How does it feel, sound?
The sound is great.
Comfortable with all of it?
Very stable.
Yep.
And very smooth.
Love it.
Very smooth. There's
Very
nothing
good.
harsh about it.
No, not at all. Okay, let's hit a couple more. But you've just been through a little fit with it, Rick, and your numbers are dialed in right now. There's not much tweaking needs to be done.
No, this is
Same.
I really like the ball
Love the flight.
I mean, into this wind, it's not spinny at all.
It's the big misconception for people that when you hit into a wind, you need to hit it, knee high. The reality is, if you still have the launch up, but you keep the spin down, you're going to hit it through the wind. You don't have to lose the launch, or you're going to lose a lot of that carry distance. So you've got your launch conditions in such a tight window there, it's perfect. Okay, so a little bit of testing there with Rick on the TR20 driver.
Yeah.
Really impressed with that. The 460 head worked the best for him. The boy's done a great job tweaking the weights around just to get his launch conditions. But I saw him hit probably 6 drives in a row there. His launch never moved between 14 and 15. Spin, the highest was 2700, the lowest was 2400, which Rick is a kind of slower-ish swing speed player than Matt, the UR Matty, so he needs that spin just to keep the ball in there.
The flight looked really, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
We got the weighting right on that one right away, which was good.
Yeah.
Really good launch conditions, high launch, low spin.
Yeah.
And he had the 6S shaft, so
Okay.
a little lighter,
Yes.
a little softer flex.
Definitely.
That
I think
helped him.
once he kind of gets that home and kind of gets comfortable with that, and
He's still hitting it over there.
I bet, I
He's
bet
got a
he
big
is.
smile on his
Yeah.
face.
So we don't just have new woods, we've got new irons to talk about, Chris,
We
as
do.
well. Tell us a little bit about those.
2 new models for now and then 1 to come, but we've got the TR20P and V.
Okay.
So the P in our language is pocket cavity.
Right.
Okay.
So it's still a very traditional blade, not too big, but we really worked hard to get the blade shape and size right. So it's not too big that you can't play it on the PGA Tour. A tour player would still look at this, but it's big enough for the market player. So plenty of forgiveness. And it's modern loft, stronger loft, so it's really a player's distance iron. You can look at the sole and the top line are a little bit thicker for that size of blade.
Looks good at address though.
See a few long irons of these sneaking into people's bags, the ability to combo these up a little
Definitely, and combo them up with this, the
Yeah.
TR20V. So if you look at the 2 irons, the design language is the same. You can
very,
see.
very
Yeah,
easy
profiles are the
transition,
same.
yeah.
This is a classic one-piece forged iron, better player iron.
Yeah.
Again, very modern loft. So 44-degree pitching wedge, 32-degree 7 iron. So really a great combination.
Love it, love it.
And then we got the TR20V, which is just a really, you guys said,
This
just
is
a
the
great
eye
looking
candy.
blade.
Yeah.
It's really phenomenal. This is a fully milled prototype. It's in JR's bag right now.
Wow.
And so we're working on bringing this to market with some production tooling, but classic player's blade.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Beautiful lines in the back.
Well, we appreciate your time, Chris.
thanks,
Thank you
guys.
for having
Yeah,
us.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're really excited to get these back to
Good.
the store and do some work, get Matty kind of fitted in and kind of do some work with the irons as well. So thank you so much for
Wonderful.
having
Yeah,
us.
thanks for your
Appreciate
time.
it.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. All
Okay,
right.
guys, more from
Cheers.
the PGA Show. We'll see you again soon.